Did my card go through?
Oh no.
Your small business depends on its internet, so switch to Verizon Business. And you could get LTE business internet starting at $39 a month when paired with select business mobile plans. That's unlimited data for unlimited business.
There we go.
Get the internet you need at the price you want. Verizon Business. Starting price for LTE business internet, 25 megabits per second, unlimited data plan with select Verizon Business smartphone plan savings. Terms apply.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Victory Drive, brought to you by Grizzly Coolers, the best damn coolers made in America. Alrighty, hopefully everyone had a great Christmas. Hopefully you guys got to spend lots of time with family, get caught up, and, if there was no fighting, no dumb stuff, lots of stuff going on in the world, and hopefully you got to spend Christmas just having a good time and just, appreciating each other's company, because that's, one of the great things about Christmas is it really brings families and everyone back together, whether that's good or bad. It brings everyone back together to celebrate, I don't know, honestly, I'd say my favorite holiday. So, hopefully everyone had a great time, and if you are still out there, hunting, grinding it out in late season here, hopefully you guys are having some good luck out there, seeing some deer and, just staying after it. I know I am. I got one more tag to fill, and we'll see if I can get it done. We'll see. I don't know. It's for me personally, it's been looking a little bleak. Lots of does, lots of shed antlered bucks, which is, not super out of the norm, I guess, but kind of like just the amount of bucks that I've been shedding has been kind of abnormal. And I was actually talking to my buddy Matt about this a little bit, and these deer, like we've been having the past few years, we've been having really mild winters, very mild, honestly. They haven't been that hard on the deer or even on us. And this year, it's been a little different. Like we got a bunch of snow up in northern Iowa back in November, and then we had like really frigid cold, late November to early December. And it stuck around for a while, and the snow has been deep, and it's stuck for a long time. All the way up until like shortly after Christmas, actually, and a lot of it melted off. And then it turned around and, blizzarded out. Can you even say that? Can we make that past tense? Blizzarded out. There was a blizzard out here not too long ago, like just the other day, and snow's back. So, we were talking about that and like stressing out the deer and everything else. And since these deer have been kind of spoiled lately in the past few years, I think maybe it just shocked them a little bit and just stressed them out. And some of these bucks have been dropping their antlers early. It feels like, and there's just a lot of shed bucks out there right now. Haven't seen a whole lot of shooters and been seeing a lot of does. So it's just been kind of tough for the guy. But maybe I'll just go out there and shoot a doe and just be done with it and just be happy, call her a season. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys, whether you're, or in the Midwest or down South or wherever you're at, hopefully you guys are still seeing good deer and having a good time out there if you still have tags. But anyways, I digress a little bit here, but I just hope everyone had a great Christmas and you're looking forward to the new year. And yeah, lots of good things coming in 2026, I hope. 2025 has been a blast. Like looking back on, on the year, I guess, has been a lot of cool shit. We've done a lot of cool stuff, and the podcast's been kicking right along, and everyone listening week to week. I guess I just want to show my appreciation to you guys, and thank you from the bottom of my heart of everyone listening. It's been an absolutely great year, just with everything, with life stuff, getting the trailer ready to rock and roll, getting that whole thing figured out was a huge, huge jump for us in the podcast. And it's just been just a really good year, kind of setting everything up for 2026 and getting things ready to go, like taking the trailer, working on the trailer, doing that whole thing, and somehow staying up on episodes and everything else. It's been a whirlwind of a year, honestly. And then kind of culminating event, getting it done, getting to take it all the way out to Kansas and do some really good podcast with a lot of really great dudes down there. It's just been, I don't know, it's kind of hard to put into words my appreciation for everyone listening and, the opportunities we've been given and everything, just like to thank you guys and, thank God for putting all this stuff into the plan. And it's just been great. Have no complaints from 2025, so hopefully 2026 goes just as good, if not better. We're really looking forward to it, and hopefully we can get some more awesome episodes out and kind of get this trailer back on the road after the winter. I realized, I'm sure Ashley realized too, we just didn't talk about it, but we realized that maybe the trailer isn't the best thing to be driving around in the winter. We kind of got into some bad road situations on the way to Kansas, and it wasn't even that bad that time of year. Maybe we just close it up for the winter and kind of take her out once everything thaws out a little bit. But I just, having that big ass trailer and getting stuck in a side road would not be a great time. So, but we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to 2026. Hopefully everyone has their New Year's resolutions ready to go, and everyone's ready to kick some ass in 26. So, anyways, let's move on to the episode, shall we? We got Mike Miller, the turkey killer, in the trailer. Down in Kansas, he was our guide for the most of the time. I know in the last episode I talked with Peanut about it a little bit. So the way that kind of laid out, I recorded with Peanut after Mike Miller, but I felt like the Peanut episode kind of set this episode up for, a little bit of a kind of like not really just like a preamble, kind of like a preamble. So, got him in studio, got him on an episode, and it was absolutely insane. Like, he's such a cool guy, probably one of the coolest guys in that I've met in the hunting world. That's like, at least that's, I don't know, I guess famous. He worked with Buck Commander for a lot of years and recorded with them and filmed for them. And he's just got so many stories. Like, I'd really love to have him on again because he's got so many fucking stories. And it was awesome getting to listen to all those and getting him recorded here. He's an absolute blast of a person, very unique man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode with Mike Miller, the turkey killer, from Buck Commander, Duck Dynasty, Duck Commander, the Robertson family dynasty, I guess. He spent a lot of time with them, and he's just a great dude, and he looks the part. He's a freaking long-haired, long-bearded man. So hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. I know I did. And that's pretty much about it. Let's go ahead and get in the episode. Don't forget, guys, check out Grizzly Coolers, and they've got all sorts of stuff. Coolers, drinkware, hunting blinds, apparel, all sorts of stuff. Make sure you check them out. They do an absolutely great job, make absolutely great stuff. Check out patreon.com/victorydrive, or it's just Patreon, search Victory Drive if you guys want to further support just the show. And also check out the Bow Hunting's for Felons shirt on workingclassbowhunter.com/store. We did a kind of a collab post, not just this last week, and a lot of people got their panties ruffled up a little bit in there, thinking that it was serious or something. I don't know what it was, or maybe it's just the internet talk, and people just really want to see their words plastered in the comment section. I don't know what it was, but it was fun. There was a lot of fun comments in there. There were some fun ones. There were some retarded ones, but there was a lot of fun ones, whether they were dumb or not. So it's a great time, honestly. So check out the Bow Hunting's for Felons shirt and swipe one up before we decide to take them down forever and start with something new. So I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to be coming up pretty soon here. So if you want Bow Hunting is for Felons version 1, check it out now because it might go away someday here soon. So 2026, maybe that's the year we end it all for that shirt version. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this episode and, have a good year. Have a good start to your year. Thank you guys for being around. Appreciate you.
Mike Miller, the turkey killer.
So Mike Miller, the turkey killer, or Mike the turkey killer Miller?
Mike Miller, the turkey killer.
Mike Miller, the turkey killer.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Where'd that come from?
I can't remember. Somebody just started calling me that, and it just stuck.
You don't even remember who it was?
Yeah, I don't even remember. It was
That's a good name.
years ago. So
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean,
yeah,
because
I
you
like
are,
turkey hunting.
yeah. Right, as I say, you're like, is that like your thing? It's turkey hunting.
Yeah, turkey hunting.
Yeah, it's your number
I
one.
live for it. I always say I work in the fall to make money so I can hunt in the spring.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But I guide in the springtime too. So
Okay. You do a lot of like turkey.
yeah, turkey guiding.
Turkey guiding.
Yeah, Florida, Texas, Nebraska,
You do that pretty much every spring.
every spring.
Really?
You know,
For-
the same states usually every year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You have a pretty good batch of people that keep coming back
good
around.
friends. I just like to stop and hang out and
Mm-hmm.
cook, have a good time.
Say, because you go to, I mean, pretty much all the. I mean, how many times have you? Would you say? Well, I guess first of all, have you completed like the North American Turkey Slam?
The 49,
Yeah,
No.
or not the 49. Just the different
the
species.
Grand Slam.
The Grand Slam. Sure.
Yeah, I've done that.
How many times have you done that?
4.
4 times.
Yeah,
It's a lot of times.
yeah. I haven't. I mostly just guide in Florida. So if you count the birds I've guided in Florida, hundreds.
Oh, really?
So
I was that's
like-
actually going to be my next question. Like, because I mean, how long have you been guiding turkeys for?
oh geez, I think 96 was my first year guiding turkey hunts. So
Okay.
a long time.
Yeah.
I got a streak of like 27 or 8 years of a first time turkey hunter getting them their first turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So-
I never know who it's going to be, but there's always somebody. It's the first time never killed one that shows up.
And so far in the past 27 years, you've got them a turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty neat.
Pretty dang good odds.
Anywhere from 4 years old all the way to an 80-year-old woman I took
Really?
on her birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Geez, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You don't hear of a whole lot of like
No.
elderly
80
women.
years and hunting your turkeys for the first time.
Was that her first time
So-
hunting period or just her first time?
Just turkeys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'd shot deer before,
Okay.
but had never hunted turkeys.
Dang,
She
that's
actually
pretty
got
wild.
around pretty well.
Wow.
She had to walk we hunted a ground blind because I was like, well, she probably can't walk. I was like, how good can you walk when the turkeys weren't cooperating? She said, I can probably go 250, 300 yards. So it worked out perfect.
That's awesome.
Well,
that I don't know. I've never guided before in my life, so I don't understand the pressures and stresses of guiding. But I feel like when you get a client like that, you're kind of like, okay,
you're limited a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
Handicap, lots of paraplegics I've taken out to
Mhm.
turkey hunting in a wheelchair. And sometimes you got to lift it to get over humps or put a cover over them so you can get down in the ditch where the birds are looking. Whatever you got to do to get it done. That's what it takes in
Oh,
turkey
yeah.
hunting.
Oh yeah. Luckily, I mean, with turkey hunting, it's like kind of like if you catch them right and they're fired up, it's like
Yeah, you
you can get on them.
can get on and
Pretty-
get it. Yeah.
pretty easily. But that's the one thing I've always told my buddy because one of my best friends, I've known him forever. His name's Matt Moon, but he's been on the podcast quite a few times. But he's a turkey guy. Like he loves turkey hunting.
Mhm.
He just absolutely loves it. He's just a big bird guy. Like when we were kids, we would hunt waterfowl together quite a bit, and he always loved turkey and waterfowl. It was always his thing. He got me into waterfowl, and I got him into deer hunting.
We get along good because I'm
Oh,
the same way.
Yep. Yeah, you would. You really would. But he's always like, he got me into turkey hunting, and the first year was pretty rough, but then I went on like a streak of like doing really well. And in my area, like there's a lot of turkey. So it's like you screw one up, you're kind of like, okay, well, on the next one.
Yeah.
Like, there's still gobbling somewhere. So
That's
just
how
go
you
find
learn
them.
too. You screw a bunch up and then
Oh,
you-
yeah.
you figure it out
Yep.
after a while. It takes a lot of screwing up, but
Yeah, it does.
once you figure it out, it clicks.
Yep. But I mean, I wouldn't even call myself a good turkey hunter, but I went on a pretty decent streak of, getting turkeys. And I was just like, man, this is really not hard at all. Well, now I've been on like a little bit of a slump, not like too crazy hard, big of a slump, but like just not clicking the past season, like last season. I'm like, dang, all right. So they're not easy all the time. So you just catch them in the right mood, and then they seem like it's super easy, and then you don't catch them in the right moods, and they're one of the hardest animals to hunt.
Yeah.
It's-
And then when they're not being easy, then you got to take your game to them and what I call utilizing the gifts that God's blessed you with, like crawling, using the terrain to your advantage, whatever you got to do to get in range and kill them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, like my first turkey, when he took me out, my very first season, we were doing like setting up decoys and stuff and hunting over decoys, and he loves hunting over decoys just because when it works, it's like
it's a beautiful thing when it works.
Yeah, it is. And there was one time where turkeys were gobbling like crazy, like next to us, and it was on the same, I think they're on the same property that we were on. I was like, dude, can we just like get over there and get a little closer and just try to shoot one? Like can we move out of this spot and like ditch the decoys and get over there? He's just like, no, they just have such good eyesight, like, and they're so small, like
they can't see well.
They'll get you. You won't be able to get that close. I'm like, okay. And then he could go out hunting with me one week, and I went out by myself on some public land, and there was some turkeys gobbling. And I started in the parking lot. I'm like, I don't know, I've never been there before. So I just got out and like, I'm pretty sure there's turkeys around here. And then I got out and I started walking in a little bit, and I'd stop every so often. Owls started hooting and turkeys started gobbling. I'm like, oh, yep, there are turkeys here. So I just kind of kept going to where the gobbles are at, and I think I got pretty close, and I sat down and saw him. I didn't see him pitch down, but off the roost. But then they popped out and like across this river, and he's just strutting back and forth. And I had one hen decoy out, and he was just putting on a show. I'm like, yeah, she just won't cross that river though. So then I decided to take it to him, and I just belly crawled through a bunch of thick stuff. Is like, I don't know, a lot of it, some of it was poison ivy, and that wasn't great. That didn't feel too great afterwards, but
yeah, weeks later, itching still.
But then I ended up getting close enough. I shot him. I got my first turkey, and he ended up dying in a puddle. So
it looked like you drowned a rat when you got your picture taken with him.
Yep.
Or as my redneck buddy said, get your picture made with him.
Yeah, it was nuts. I'll show you the picture afterwards. But after I got him, I'm like, dude, I got my first turkey. This is awesome. And I got him, and I was carrying him out, and then I met like kind of an older feller on the way out, and he's like, oh, you got a turkey? I'm like, yes, sir. And he's like, man, I've been hunting over here like 20 something years, and he's like, I haven't gotten a turkey out of here in the past
20 years.
Yeah, he's been hunting.
Oh, I was going to say
like,
20
I haven't gotten
years.
a turkey out of here in the past.
He's a new hobby.
Yeah, in the past like 5 or 6 years, something like that. I'm like, oh, well, they're out here somewhere, And then he ended up taking the picture for me and stuff, and that was super nice. But I was trying to do the old classic like tail fan, get that thing spread out, and I looked at him like,
gaps everywhere in it.
So stupid. It's a funny picture, but that was probably one of my favorite memories, turkey hunting. Just my first turkey, and then it's all wet and stuff and looks silly, but it was cool.
Yeah, I hunted in Iowa, Sandy Creek, something like that, off close to I-35 in southern Iowa one year. It was a really good turkey hunting.
Yeah, southern Iowa, they pretty much have everything. Yeah, they got big deer. They got turkeys. They got
huge turkeys too.
Oh yeah,
big bodied things. 25 plus, most of them.
Yep. They get big when they're kind of like deer, like they all peck around the corn and beans and stuff, and they got plenty to eat.
Yeah, lots of carbohydrates and protein.
So you've been guiding turkeys longer than when you got like a filming job? You've been doing that?
About 4 years longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what kind of led you into?
Yeah, I always liked turkey hunting, and so I worked as a forklift operator, and I was working the night shift, and I always knew I had to find something to do because I would always miss in the spring and the fall, turkey hunting, waterfowl hunting, deer hunting, whatever, and I had to make it work, so picked up a video camera, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah. Well, how'd that start, though, from being a forklift operator to...
So, I always watched the duck hunting videos of the Robertsons and wasn't happy at the job, so I contacted them, sent an email, and Willie got back to me and said, yeah, Phil's looking for somebody. And on the Duck Commander video, I noticed that the zooming in tight on the ducks, their cameraman had obviously left because the new camera guys it was their first year filming, and they just really didn't, they were not zooming on the birds, just filming, just getting started like everybody does. And I'd been filming for a while, birds and everything. And I said, well, I better send an email there. And obviously Willie got back and said, Phil's look for somebody. Here's his number. Give him a shout, and called Phil up. And Phil said, yeah, we got a split coming up. We're going to Texas on the 1st of December. Come on down. We'll see how you do.
Really?
And
that's
cool. How it started.
So when you said you've been filming for a little while before that, were you just doing like
turkeys, filming turkey hunts for buddies? And
okay.
Yeah.
So you just kind of picked it up and you're like, let's figure this thing out on your own. Then you saw an opening with, well, essentially Duck Commander guys.
Yeah. So the actual first filming was for a company called Cannon Country Game Calls. I actually invested in the company, and we sold calls around the country for years with a bunch of well-known turkey hunters that were in the calling industry, and Billy Yargis, Joe Blomas, Roger Farrar, and Chris Parrish was formerly an owner of it. A lot of people have heard of Chris. He's Grand National Turkey Calling Champ, and just started filming hunts that way.
That is cool.
Yeah, we made videos, turkey hunting videos.
That is super cool. So with your first gig with Robertson's, was that for Duck Commander, or was that before Duck Commander?
Yeah, that was Duck Commander.
That was for Duck Commander. Okay.
Yeah, and then later, obviously, 7-8 years later, Duck Dynasty came along.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually what I meant.
Yeah.
So Duck Dynasty. So Duck Commander, they were making videos and stuff before then. Like, were they like DVDs and stuff?
Yeah. So basically, the first year I started was the big break. Willie had graduated from college and brought his business sense to the company, and it really blew up from there. And they hooked up with Realtree that year, and just all started heading upwards, as they say, from there.
So then, okay, so from Duck Commander, you went out there and filmed some stuff for them for like their
Buck
own
Commander. They started Buck Commander. Willie did the next year, 2007, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you're already in by the time Duck Dynasty started. So you just kind of
Buck Commander, Willie said, well, you're a little closer to Adam LaRoche, who lives in Fort Scott, Kansas. I'm in Missouri. So it only made sense to just start filming the deer stuff.
Is that what kind of got you into deer?
Yeah.
Deer stuff is the filming?
I'd always deer hunted for years until I duck hunted for the first time. And Buddy said, you need to come and film us. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to film no ducks. I'm a deer hunter. No, you'd like it. You like turkeys. And I never hunted deer again after that, basically for years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you just got bit by the duck bug.
The waterfowl. Public land waterfowl hunting in Missouri. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, Missouri's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Waterfowl hunting. That's kind of right
Fantastic.
there. Right there in the what do they call it? The flyway zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Midwest. It's a good flight zone.
Yep. Yeah.
Peak migration, I think some of the areas will hold close to 300,000 mallards.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You got Habitat Flats. Tony Vandemore, he's built a amazing refuge. They hold a lot of ducks. In between the Grand Pass and Fountain Grove areas there.
Is that the place they like flood out cornfields and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that place. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, flooded out cornfields is like probably some of the best habitat.
It is.
Waterfowl,
ducks love it. That, Milo, soybeans.
They're just floating around with food right above your head.
And obviously they need moist soil too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kind of, if you don't mind, like walk through kind of the, I guess your first time with the Robertsons and stuff, and kind of what that all led into. Like, how was your first gig with them?
So the first gig with them, I'm lucky I didn't end up in the federal penitentiary.
What?
Not from too many ducks getting shot, but the area I was filming, we were near a federal refuge, and I didn't know, and I was actually behind in the federal refuge where I was filming at. They were legal where they were hunting. There were stakes marking it with color markers, and so I just laid there, and we were hunting with a federal game warden. So I'm just laying in the blind back there, filming the whole scenario as it unfolds, and the game wardens are talking to Phil, and I just kind of popped up out of my blind and freaked them out. They're like, whoa, didn't even know you were back there. We might have a problem. What? You have a weapon in that blind? No, sir. That's good, because you're in a federal refuge right there. It was like, I didn't know. I said, you'll be all right just filming. Just stick to filming, you're all right.
Shoot with the camera around.
Yeah.
Dang. So with federal refuges, I mean, you're allowed to just be in there, right? As long as you're not hunting. Or is it like, supposed to be like...
There's a certain time you're not supposed to be in there. So,
period.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was basically like 2 steps over where my blind was at. And they're like, it's a grace area. You're fine.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, probably good thing you're with them.
Absolutely.
So then they could tell you rather than if a DNR just came floating by and it was like, oh, what are you doing over there?
And to open another can of worms on the federal game wardens, our buddy who was a federal game warden, Phil had to ask him because Phil's been checked multiple times down there by federal game wardens. He said, how many of these guys actually hunt or fish or have ever hunted or fished? And I think there was 117 federal game wardens at the time we were there. And he said a number of 7 total out of 117 that have the full power of the federal government to throw down upon you that have ever hunted or fished.
Really?
Now think about that for a second.
Only 7 out of the 117 have ever hunted or fished before.
And Phil got checked by a game warden down there, federal game warden. They said they're going to have to give him a ticket for shooting too many redheads. And would you believe that the redheads were all Drake green-winged teal? Phil just kind of laughed at him and said, you need to get your identification book out there and I'll show you what these ducks are, or you're going to get embarrassed in federal court whenever we go.
Oh, no. Honestly, though, I wish I could say I was surprised to hear that. But like, after like seeing, well, like me being more like, I'm a gun guy, so I keep up with like gun politics and all that kind of stuff. But after seeing some of these ATF guys get up there and talk about guns and and lawmakers talking about guns,
Assault rifles.
Yeah. Oh, this is a ghost.
It's
gun.
an AR. It's an assault rifle.
Yeah, 30 round clip magazine, 1,000 rounds per second. It's like, what are you even saying, dude? Like, do you even know do you even have any inkling of what you're talking about?
None whatsoever.
Yeah. So I wish I could say I was surprised that there's 110 other federal wildlife wardens that honestly probably have no idea what they're talking about.
I know.
Or any idea what they're doing.
Kind of scary, actually.
It's really scary.
Because somebody could be, scared to death and petrified, even though they're paying the federal game warden salaries and they work for us.
Mm-hmm.
And they could let them walk all over them,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not knowing their rights.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially if, imagine if you're like a newer hunter and you're out there and you just get just
overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, they're like, this is a federal offense. You're going down. We're going to take everything. It's like, oh my goodness. I thought it was perfectly legal. And then it turns out that they have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, man, how many tickets get wrote and just
makes you wonder.
Yeah. Just get paid without a battle that are actually like, improper,
And they didn't know what duck was what, because they're a beginner hunter and we're hunting with somebody.
Yeah. And honestly, in my opinion, waterfowl hunting is probably...
It's the toughest one.
It's hard. It is hard to be 100% legal.
It takes years.
There's so many. Their identification, first of all, has to be on point in the heat of the moment. With birds, fine. Like, you want to hunt, you want to kill ducks.
So on that point, the federal game warden actually pulled up to shoot at a flock of ducks, and we'd already limited on pintails. And if it hadn't been for Jay saying, whoa, don't shoot, unless he was trying to bait the duck commander guys into trying to break the law. You never know.
Yeah, you guys
but actually he was pulling up to shoot.
Oh,
you could see he was ready to kill.
Yeah. So I just wanted to see if you guys wanted some good TV by getting arrested.
Yeah. And let's get this controversy going a little further. This it's past statute of limitations. This old boy, I was filming and it's in the Duck Commander archive somewhere, and they'll probably want to come for it. So Duck Commander boys, hide the footage. Anyway, the federal game warden took a couple spoonbills that were shot that day, and he walked back into the brush, and when he come back, he did not have the spoonbills in his possession.
Whoops.
So I told Phil, I said, if they ever try to get you on anything, which of course Phil's passed now, but you got one on them.
Yeah.
So now it's Jace. Jace, you got one on them.
Right. Yeah. Like, well, you want to do this, or do you want me to pull out the old get out deal free card here? You know,
and I don't guess that warden knew that them spoonbills are actually really good eating. You just have to know what you're doing with them.
Mm-hmm. So spoonbills, they're more like diver ducks, right? Yeah. I've actually
fish. They eat a lot of fish.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that from people before, where it's like most
merganser.
Most people when they get diver ducks, like spoonbills and stuff,
crustaceans and
they're just gonna
crawfish, shrimp, whatever they can get.
Yeah, they say that the duck itself tastes kind of fishy, little fishy. But a lot of guys I know, they're like, okay, well, it makes great dog food, you know, or maybe some subpar jerky, but kind of like Aoudad. We were talking about them the other night, and it's just so conflicting. But honestly, like you just said, it's like in preparation, you can
make anything taste good.
You really can. You really can.
Use the magic bacon. Bacon makes anything taste good. Grind it up with bacon. You can make it taste good. Make egg roll, duck egg rolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Or poppers.
Oh yeah,
that's a popular
duck
one.
Poppers are so good.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Or Phil's classic gumbo, duck gumbo.
Oh yeah. It's just because when you put it in gumbo, it's just kind of like it's meat at that point.
Absolutely.
The gumbo really hides a lot of odd flavors in meats. But
that's what they do with a lot of the coots they shoot. They call it poodle doo gumbo, and they use the coots, and then they'll put a little gator in there too as well.
You've eaten coot?
Yeah. The Southerners, they like cooking coots down there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because up north, whenever we see coot, it's kind of like, we don't even shoot them.
Yeah.
Like, even though we can shoot like, I think like
20 or something.
Yeah. Kind of an absurd
10
amount.
Or
whenever we see them, we're just kind of like, we don't even want to deal with them. They're nasty.
Yeah.
I've never ever tried, but I always heard that almost unanimously, like, you don't eat coot.
Yeah. The only way I've had them is in a gumbo, and it was really good, actually.
Yeah, well,
if times were tough and you had to survive, I guess, but
that's right.
So the rest of the time we just let them go.
Yep. Because I mean, how old is Phil before he passed?
I think Phil was 78 or 9.
78. So I mean, he grew up in some tough times. He probably
absolutely. They were poor.
Yeah,
they were dirt poor.
So he knew how to make some pretty bad tasting meat taste pretty darn good.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
My grandma, she always had some interesting recipes from the Depression time frames and stuff that my mom kind of figured out, and she fed us too. Like, I don't like peanut butter pickle sandwiches. Like, peanut butter is pretty cheap, and I think it was pretty cheap back then too. It's kind of like, I think it's a Depression era recipe, but peanut butter pickle sandwiches are awesome.
Oh yeah,
I love them.
Peanut butter and banana, peanut butter and honey.
Oh yeah.
They taught us a lot.
Oh yeah, they sure did. Yeah,
it's a forgotten art anymore.
Yeah, no, he was a special guy. Like, the whole Duck Dynasty crew, they really, well, you included, obviously, in that, because you're in there from the get-go. I mean, were you guys the first hunting? It was the first hunting show that I know that was on, like, regular TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive they were the first hunting show on cable TV, other than Outdoor Channel, Pursuit, Sportsman. Yeah.
And before that, were they just selling like DVDs, or were they on the Outdoor Channel?
So they were selling DVDs. Then I think it was 2009 or 10, started up a show on the Outdoor Channel. Benelli Presents Duck Commander.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So how do you even sell something like that to A&E? Like, were you privy to any of those conversations and stuff?
They approached them. Yeah, I had nothing to do with any of that, or heard how it all started. But
yeah. I always wondered that. Like, A&E of all places, too. I mean, obviously that's like, kind of, right, Ashley? That's kind of a reality TV show network.
Yeah, it kind of ventured that way. And I think that's one of the things with that show that was like new and people took to so much, because it wasn't just outdoor hunting. It also brought in like the family aspect of it, and, maybe a little touch of, reality series. They've kind of gone pretty far from where they started now.
Yeah.
But so when you were filming with them, how long did you film for them? How many years?
Off and on for the Duck Commander for 4 or 5 seasons, 6, something like that.
So when you guys were filming, you were just were you just with them the whole time? The first year with them, I just went down and stayed right there, just like you see on the show, there. Phil and Kay's, that's where they have lived forever. So I was asking you the other day, because you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to filming. and I was sitting here messing with the camera, and you told me the thing that I feel like every good videographer tells me, self-taught. So is that kind of where you started? Did you have a lot of trial and error when you first started filming with them?
Yeah, my dad actually bought a VHS camera back in the day in the mid 80s, and just going outside, me and my brother, we'd take turns stealing Dad's camera and going outdoors with it.
A VHS camera. Yeah. So, I mean, you're honking.
And from there, it advanced to the Super VHS, SVHS cameras.
Oh, is that like the smaller cassettes?
It's a big cassette that would go in there, yeah.
Oh, so you could film like...
Yeah, and you'd have like a battery pack that went around your waist, and it was heavy. And
That's so awesome.
Yeah, you were into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought we were something else, and 480 or something quality, I guess, would be 360, whatever it was.
Yeah.
OG stuff.
But in those times, you're looking back on the footage, you're like, I can actually see the duck.
Yeah.
I can actually tell what it is.
Yeah, look at it.
That's pretty cool. Now it's like...
But Duck Commander, I think, we started at 720 is what we started filming there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I remember when I was a kid, my parents got their first, I don't even know, camcorder. And it was like those little mini cassettes that you'd record on, and then you'd pop that into a regular VHS, and you'd pop it in for home videos and stuff.
Yeah. What was that called? Like...
We had one of those too.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, my brother had one. And then there was Super High 8. I remember the High 8 cameras.
Was High 8 after VHS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, High 8's what I started filming.
Mm-hmm.
Filming my fishing adventures, duck hunting, turkey, deer, whatever.
Do you just have a collection at home of old VHSs?
Yeah, finding them. They're probably at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Where you started and everything?
Yeah. It'd be funny to watch.
Yeah, it would.
I had my friend film me shoot a very first deer I killed on camera was a button buck. Walking to the stand, and it jumped up and ran and shot it. And I remember watching. He says, "How do you feel?" And I said, "Successful."
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely just love those stories from like
pre-trail camera days.
Yeah, just getting out there and just doing it.
Yeah.
Especially like getting into videography and stuff like that, and just seeing the transition. Because from where you first started to basically where you, I guess, ended it's like a totally different world.
Oh yeah,
got
it's so
5K.
advanced now. You got drones and what's it up to? 10, 12K or whatever it's up to nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, we have a GoPro Hero 13 that records in 5.3K, and that's a little camera about this big, and it can do 5.3K. That's
and
insane.
then you've got the red cameras that can film all night long. It's unbelievable.
I never even heard about those.
They're expensive.
They sound expensive.
That's probably why we haven't heard of them.
Yeah, they're super expensive.
It's a red camera?
Yeah, it's called a red camera. Yeah.
I mean, is that like
there's some outdoor shows that are filmed with them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, some of the higher end shows.
Geez, it probably has like 4 slots for SD cards, and it just keeps...
I don't know. I've never even looked at one. I'm just like, that's too advanced for this redneck.
Right.
Teach me and I'll run it. But
one thing I love is you are so knowledgeable. I've asked you so many questions since we been here. We arrived on Sunday. It's Friday now. And I keep asking, Mike, what about this? What should I film on this? And then you have a flip phone. And that's like, I love this dynamic.
I always mess with the game warden and say that's so the game wardens can't track me wherever I'm going. Or the government.
There's something to that.
I can pop the battery out and disappear.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, honestly, it's been kind of a blessing coming here with, Ashley and stuff, and meeting you. Like, when I first came in, I didn't really know what was going until Mike Wagner, the hunter that was here before, he's like, pointed you out. He's like, "It's the turkey killer." I'm like, "Cool." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Mike Miller, turkey killer from the Duck Dynasty." I'm like, "Oh shit, really? Holy smokes, okay." Like, dang, all right. Well, like, I might have to say hi to him. Then you ended up, we ended up hanging out so far all week.
Yeah.
It's been great.
People think I'm somebody. I'm just somebody that loves killing turkeys and got lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, very fortunate, especially with, honestly, like I love that story where you're just like, you're like, I don't know, I had to figure something out. Otherwise I'd be broke because I'd be gone all the time from work.
That's the way it worked too.
Yeah. That's cool.
You shoot your shot.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were telling us some other stories. Where else have you filmed? And
I've been all over the world. Africa 7 times. Greenland, Iceland, Canada, Mexico, New Zealand, France, Germany, just all over.
pretty much our whole bucket list for our life. Where to go?
Well, I mean, we were talking about because we've been we've been to Africa twice, and then we went to France, and we were I don't know anyone else that's been to France down the road here, and we were talking about France, and you're just like, oh yeah, yep, that is pretty cool. I'm like, you been there too? Jeez.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite?
Places. Man, New Zealand's just
really
it's heaven on earth. Yeah,
that's pretty high on my list.
It's beautiful. You got everything in one country. The beauty of every place you can imagine in one place.
Yeah, it looks spectacular. And you were there filming red stag hunt.
Yeah, red stag and elk and all kinds of chamois tar.
And what did you get out of it? You told me the story already. This is a loaded question, but
I wanted to kill paradise ducks and turkeys.
How'd that go? Because I don't think New Zealand's super known for turkeys.
Yeah, there's tons of turkeys over there. Shh, keep it a secret.
Yeah. Well, what kind of turkeys were they?
They're Rio Merriam.
Rio Merriam?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they love to talk.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a wintertime when I was there, June, which is their winter.
Mm-hmm.
So as close to the springtime, I guess. Leading up to it, about September's when their spring, September, October.
So how'd that go? I mean, how'd that compare to like America?
No, it was like taking candy from a baby. It wasn't fair.
It wasn't fair.
I had turkeys anywhere from as far as the heater, about a yard away, to 30, and there was about 60 or 70 of them that close, and they were all talking. Sound like a barnyard of turkeys.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's
gobbling,
so cool.
just going crazy. And after I shot my turkey, I took off running and caught one of the jakes, cornered it in a fence because there's no predators over there, so man's the only danger they know.
It's just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And he just ran to a fence and got him.
That's funny.
Picked him up. Hey, buddy. Catch and release turkey hunting. You do that here in the United States, they'll get you for wildlife harassment.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. We call it catch and release turkey hunting. I like that. That's a lot nicer rather than wildlife harassment.
I've seen some people sneak up on them using the fan and decoy, and that's another controversial topic. People think it's cheating if you use I like to think of it as using any means necessary to bring a smile to your client's face.
That's right. That pretty much answered it, because I was going to ask you how you felt about that, because there is a lot of, well, I'd say especially like Southern turkey hunters that are just like, turkey purists, which nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
By all means, do, get your, what do you call that? Like your bone call and
wing bone
call and have at it, kind of deal, whatever makes you happy. But they do not like fanning.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't work real good in the southern states. I haven't had real good luck doing it down there. So I just, no decoys, just call and call them in the south. But you get up in the northern states, they love it.
Yeah. I've tried it a couple times and it hasn't worked, but it's kind of one of those things. It's kind of like decoys.
Yep.
When it works, they're right in your lap. When it doesn't work, they're just going to keep walking.
Yeah, nothing works.
Yeah.
When it's not going to work, nothing works. So.
That's very true.
And then you got to take your game to them and just crawl up on I spend probably 90% of a hunt on my belly crawling. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. That's one thing I really like doing with them.
Clients call it turkey killer boot camp whenever they come turkey hunting with me. Last spring, I had 2 20-year-old boys. This tells you the kind of shape the country's in. It's kind of headed downhill fast. 2 20-year-old boys, and I made both of them puke.
You made both of them puke?
Both of them puke. One was in Nebraska, one was in Florida. He about died.
Really?
They're like, can you slow down? It's like, we got to go kill this turkey. You want to kill it or? And then they're scared to death. There's a swamp, and you could tell the alligators were in there. And he's like, I don't think I want to cross. I said, you want to kill this turkey? Nah, let's go the long way around. And by the time we got around, couldn't kill it. It was long gone. It's like, gosh, dang, we could have just went across and killed it.
Right. Well, it's not like it's probably...
Don't guide the guide, clients.
That's
Don't
right.
guide the guide.
That's right. I definitely don't do that. Like in Africa and here and stuff too. It's like,
definitely not in Africa.
Not in Africa. Honestly, I think a lot of PHs would just be like, no, dude, like, you have no idea what you're going to say.
Yeah,
like, dude,
your life's in their hands over there.
You really got to just...
Yeah, you might think you know everything about hunting until you go over there.
It's
Yeah,
a totally different world.
Better listen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you know firsthand, being in Africa 7 times, and you're telling some stories about some close encounters you had with some
absolutely
animals.
A mamba.
Yeah.
The PH drove over a mamba laying in the road, and I was on the high rack, and it jumped up, and it was eye level with me. And I about knocked my buddy out sliding over as fast as I could as I screamed, Mamba! I'm like,
that's insane.
And then we got away, and I said, stop so I can film it. And the PH was blurting out a lot of expletives like, F no! We do not. I have no shotgun. You will die.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're one of the top most poisonous snakes in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they flat out told us there. Like, if you get bit,
you're dead.
Yes, there is, especially where you're so secluded out there. It's like
there's no hospitals nowhere nearby.
You're done for.
The roads are rough. It's 3.5 hour drive to civilization.
Yeah.
Even if you do get to a hospital before you die somehow, what are the chances that you're at a hospital that actually has the antivenom? Exactly. Probably not very good, except places
not over there.
Poor.
Yeah.
So maybe they got like a shaman in there somewhere that might be able to smoke it out. I doubt it. I think you're just toast.
Yeah, I think they just give you a blessing and send you down down the road and say, see you in heaven.
It's nice knowing you. You're a good client.
Yeah.
But
is that the only mamba you saw over there?
That was the only one. We had a puff adder in camp one time.
A what?
Puff adder.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I don't think I like it.
A smaller snake, probably 2 foot. Yeah.
Poisonous, I'm assuming?
Not super poisonous, but more poisonous than a rattlesnake.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, that makes me feel good that you've gone over 7 times, and you said you'd go for like a month at a time. You've only seen the one.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a positive, I think. That's a good positive outlook to have on Africa.
Yeah.
June and July, those are the months I was there, so that's the months I would recommend.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we were there in August both times. We were there early August, and zero snakes whatsoever.
It was cold then.
It was cold. There. It was pretty chilly. Like during the day, it'd get decent during the day, but in the mornings it was cold.
Yeah. Yeah, that one morning there was actually from the sprinkler there was ice.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was chilly.
Mm-hmm.
It gets chilly for sure. Yeah, but I'd say too, like they're a complete opposite of us in America. Like their winter is right. Does it start in June?
Sometime around June.
June, and then it goes into August. But we also went late August, and right when we got there, it was pretty chilly still. But then towards the end, it started warming up pretty quickly.
Yeah, that biltong's amazing over there too.
Yes. That's our favorite.
Yeah.
Yep.
There and at the NWTF, so y'all haven't been to NWTF, have you?
Not yet. No.
You need to go this year. They sell biltong.
Oh.
Do they really?
Yeah.
No, man. Yeah. They have
there was a booth and they were selling Jack Links, and they had the guy from Africa with biltong. He was selling it.
So it was actually the good stuff.
Yeah. It was the real deal.
I do love biltong. I miss that every day.
What's your favorite meat that I'm sure you had so many animals being over there. What was your favorite?
Giraffe. Surprisingly was my favorite. Yeah.
We did have that. It wasn't my favorite. Mine was sable, but I think we all had different ones.
Mm-hmm.
They did a sweet and sour.
Oh.
Yeah. With the giraffe and over better ice. It was fantastic.
Oh, that does sound good.
Really eland was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like eland.
The only thing I had that I didn't like was kudu kidneys. And I thought they were mushrooms in the buffet.
Well, I think you're probably the only person I ever met that is actually eating kudu kidneys. So, I mean, at least you got that going for you.
I don't know if they were laughing when they put them in there or what, but
if there was that bad, probably.
It was a shock.
Yeah. Did anyone else eat them like on their own accord and be like,
no,
I love kudu kidneys?
None of the Americans. It was only the locals.
But the local, like they eat and they're like,
them,
love it.
Yeah. I think they looked at me kind of funny when they saw I had about 30 on my plate.
That'd be me if they look like mushrooms because I love mushrooms.
Right.
Yeah. And so I kind of took my plate back to the buffet and scraped them off right back in there.
What'd they taste like?
Oh, disgusting. Just, and I'm not a liver person, but I'd eat liver over that.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried some deer liver a few years ago. Like I got my deer liver, but I accidentally popped the gallbladder.
Oh, so you got the bile all over it.
I'm like, oh, whoopsies. I'll clean that off.
Ooh.
Clean it off when I got home. I'm like, it should be fine. I did the whole milk bath and everything else, and I cooked it and took a bite. I'm like, I did not get all the bile off. It tasted, well, like liver, like
Guts.
liver covered in bile. That's what it tasted like. It was disgusting. It was like probably one of the worst things I've ever made myself. And I'm like, I can't eat this. My dog did love it though. She
dogs love that liver.
Mm-hmm. And you give it to both, like split in half and give it to both our dogs, and they melt it right down. But,
yeah, you can dehydrate the liver too, and just sprinkle it like little bits in your chili to get your liver fixed too.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should take Peanut's livers that he doesn't want, his beef liver. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, and you can feed it to dogs too.
Mm-hmm.
I like liver as long as your mom cooks it.
Right. Yeah, it's not bile covered,
and it's fantastic catfish bait too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We used for catfishing. We used a lot of chicken livers,
turkey livers too.
Turkey livers, yeah. Anything really stinky. Actually, we'd let them sit overnight and get really rancid and throw them out there. Catfish loved it.
A company in Iowa, I used their bait for years. We used to catch a bunch of catfish called Wicked Sticky. It was really good. It was made in somewhere in Iowa.
Okay,
that's where they made it.
Wicked Sticky,
and I'd order it by the 3-gallon buckets, so they'd send it in catfish or in cat litter, the containers.
Okay,
and it'd come in that, and I'd go through about 9 gallons a summer catching catfish.
Yeah, we need to try that sometime because my daughter she's really getting into fishing. Mm-hmm. She's still kind of, for some reason, she's scared of catfish because I think we watched River Monsters a few too many times, and he's catching like these ridiculous, like Amazonian giant fish, like catfish, something or another. And she's like, when we're going like swimming at like the local pond, she's like, Dad, is there catfish in here? I'm like, probably. She's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna swallow me whole. I'm like, no, you're not. The catfish in this pond are probably gonna be about this long.
You're gonna catch 3 or 4 pounders. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm like, they might just nibble on your toe a little bit. Not a big deal.
But in Kansas, they actually taught me the trick. You use sour grain like corn, Milo, soybeans, and you'll chum your hole. You just put a can of beer in a bucket of water with your grain, and then lightly lay the lid on top for about a week, and it ferments the grain, and then you throw it out for the catfish, and they just go crazy.
Really?
And then you can catch them like nonstop.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We got a lot of corn, and we got a lot of beer. So that's
set.
Yeah, we are ready to go. We are ready to go for catfish chumming.
Is it still 3-2 beer in Iowa?
No, we're good now. Good. We're ready to rock and roll.
You're up to 5-0.
Yeah, you quit drinking before.
Yeah, it's been 16 years for me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got the good stuff now. We're ready to rock.
Good.
So.
I remember drinking some of that Milwaukee's Best. We called it the Beast Light back in the day, going up to my cousins in Creston, Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking, tastes like an ashtray. But the end effect was what you wanted. You got a little plaster.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really care at that point, I suppose. Yeah. After a few of them, they start tasting pretty decent. Yeah. So
young and dumb.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Plenty of that. That in old Milwaukee. I still drink that from time to time, but that's really probably one of the better, not good beers.
Yeah. It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. So going back to Africa, you're telling us some other stories in Africa that you had.
Yeah. Right out of the gate, my first filming gig over there, we hunted elephant in Botswana. And the first critter I filmed was an elephant charge at 8 yards.
That is a hell of an introduction to Africa.
8 yards. He come and just flared those ears out. And the hunter said, I wanted a bigger one, but that was my zone of indifference. So I took him right there.
No kidding.
I'd say that's the zone of indifference for sure.
I thought it was big. It was like 62-pound ivory, something like that. It's pretty good.
I don't even know how to measure that, but
Yeah, the tusks.
yeah,
How much they weigh. You know?
yeah, that's crazy though.
As
I
a
mean, even
camera,
a small elephant is huge compared to us humans.
Oh, yeah.
as a cameraman filming that, did you just say a prayer and hold the camera and keep it in frame?
Yeah, obviously I say my prayers every morning before I head out, but I was just calm, cool, and collected like it was any other critter. Stood my ground, and after the shot, I looked around, and it was the hunter, the PH, and me, and the other 7 or 8 were behind us up in the trees.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. How many shots did it take to put him down?
So he told him to shoot twice, shoot him, and as he's going down, shoot, reload. So he had a double barrel. Put your 2 shells in, run up there, and then boom, boom, put 2 more in them.
Mm-hmm. Were they
Going to
going
be safe. He was dead after the first shot, obviously.
to do you hit him in the head?
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Yeah, so you probably have
right
to.
in the no reflex zone,
Yep.
right above the eyes.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name. If I was a little bit smarter, I'd sound really cool right now, but I am not. But he's this guy. He's back in like I don't know, probably early 1900s, big ivory hunter, and he would hunt elephant with I think it was a 6.5.
Oh, wow.
And he just hit him in the brain. He's just brain shooting.
Got to make perfect shot.
Yep, especially with a 6.5. But he liked it because he could fit more rounds in there in case he needed to follow up, and it was light recoiling, so he could
Get back on target.
stay on him. But I mean, he was a very famous ivory hunter back in the day, back when it was legal, and there was the big African, I guess, colonization. Yeah, and everything else, and they started running a bunch of hunters in there for getting ivory or lions and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
But
I think it was a 454 is what he shot it with. It was the Dallas Safari gun of the year.
okay,
It was a nice gun, Blouser.
oh
And
yeah,
I picked it up after he shot it, and right where you aim, it goes exactly where you're aiming at. I said, it better for that price, and when you're going after deadly game.
right. I think that's why those double barrel rifles, those double rifles, are so popular over there because they point like a shotgun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but then
Heavy,
they shoot.
but it went exactly where you pointed it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't off at all. It was right there.
Mm-hmm. Was he running irons probably on it too? Yeah.
Yep.
Say most of those double rifles are like, because it's faster with
Yep,
irons if they're close
absolutely.
like that. Trying to get them in a scope,
It's
like,
life or death. You got to be on your A game.
yeah, you do.
No
You really do.
mistakes.
Especially if you know too, you're like, I only got 2 shots,
Yeah.
and that thing ain't gonna let me reload.
No.
So, but that's why they're all like 416 Rigby's and bigger too.
Yep.
But man, those are nice though.
You want that knockdown power.
Mm-hmm. Those are really nice rifles though.
Yeah.
Real expensive too.
Oh, extremely.
I think even a cheap double rifle is like a couple $1,000 on the cheap end. But
This one was, I don't know,
probably 10 plus.
easy.
Easy.
Easy. It was nice. It had gold inlay and everything.
Oh,
so
jeez. That's
it's
cool.
probably 30. If I had to guess.
I mean, you said it's the DSC gun of the year.
Yeah, gun of the year.
It went for quite a bit of money if you wanted to get rid of it.
Yeah. And that was, probably 20 years ago. So.
Yeah. Man, what an introduction to Africa, though.
Oh, my gosh.
was that your first trip?
That was the first one.
And you went back.
And went back multiple times. That was with Johan Collett Safaris.
Okay.
Yeah, he's well known over there.
Uh-huh. Do you have any other close encounters?
A rhino after it was darted come about me to Ashley away.
Whoa.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, it was.
Did you have to put him down, though, and kill him?
No.
No.
You just dart him, and then you got the veterinarian on the horse. He comes in, and they re-administer and get him back to breathing, or not breathing, but back to normal again after you do your pictures and all that with him. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. So, I mean, you go to charge in, and the dart finally took effect, and you just fell asleep?
So what we did was we snuck in, he shot it, and it was just running to run after the shot, and it just happened to almost get us,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Those things are huge.
Yeah, they're big.
I mean, they're not elephant big, but they're big in a different way.
They're big.
They're like fullback big.
Yeah. They're so big. I watched a lion try to take one down, and he didn't want no part of it, but he left marks on its back.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my gosh.
And lions, I mean, they're they're pretty courageous,
They
I would say.
They are.
But those
big.
rhinos are ridiculous, and they're armored. They're like armor-plated animals with giant spears on their noses.
Yeah.
I think they're legitimate dinosaurs.
They can
They're
do some
crazy.
damage. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah. They can do some damage.
Yeah, and I don't think there's no rhino hunting anymore. Period. Is there?
It's just darting.
It's just
I
darting.
think. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they might do a conservation tag or something. I think Corey Knowles did one a few years back, maybe. Somebody knows more than me, but I think he'd spend a lot of money, $300,000-$400,000 for conservation, and they let him kill one.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. Honestly, like it sounds really counterintuitive, but that's the only thing that's going to bring it back.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the only reason why they have animals in Africa. Period. Really, is because of the hunting.
Oh, not Corey Knowlton. I think that's his
Corey
name.
Knowlton. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's like you talk to a non-hunter or, an anti-hunter about it, and it's like, listen, like if these tags weren't bringing in like a lot of money, then those animals would just be gone because the poaching is out of control in Africa. And if you're not hunting and protecting the species for, safaris, then there's no reason to not poach them out of existence,
Right.
And
I was over there with Arlie Ermy and was fortunate to be the last person to film him in Africa.
that's what an honor.
And yeah, it was. He killed an elephant and a hippo, but the hippo, a poacher had snared it, and the snare was still around its neck. And it was dug in, I'm talking like 4 inches around its neck.
Gee,
Can you imagine?
what dirtbags.
Yeah. And how strong they are, he could break that cable that they used for the snare.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what obviously dug into its neck was when it trying to get away.
Man. Oh, good job on Arlie to
Yeah.
take him down because,
For conservation purposes, he ended its suffering.
Yep. Did they know that he was snared up before? Is that why he went over, or is that just one of those things?
I think if I remember right, the PH had saw the snare around his neck and said, it's a female, but this thing's suffering. And Arlie did the right thing and took it down.
Probably gave him a pretty good deal on it too.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It was
I'm
like,
sure he did.
you help us out, we'll cut you a deal on this
Yeah.
elephant,
You know,
That's a cool story though. Arlie Ermy, he's honestly, I mean, he's an American treasure.
yeah.
He really is. He really was. I mean, I remember watching Full Metal Jacket when I was a kid, probably too young to be watching that movie, honestly, but it was like, even then had such a positive impact on my life. It might sound silly because he was an asshole in that movie, but he was super, like, he just brought the realism to Full Metal Jacket.
He did.
If it wasn't for Arlie Ermy being in that movie probably would have stunk.
Yeah, the whole movie set, they said he was the reason that it was like that. And I kind of asked him about it over there, and he said, yeah, I made sure all the props were the way they need to be because he didn't want to do the movie in America. I think it was Stanley Kubrick, whatever his name is, the director. He only did movies in his home country over in England. So they did all the filming over there. Brought in all the
crazy.
props.
That's crazy.
And it's still the most realistic movie for a war movie.
I think
to this day,
well, it like changed the genre. Like, back then, war movies was just like, like we're in the platoon, killing, the Viet Cong or Nazis or whatever. It was just like action the whole time.
Yeah,
it was action movies, and that brought like the realism to like the boot camp, the training, and then deploying over to Vietnam, and then the fighting, and then the effects of war, like everything. It brought the realism, and it made it. It wasn't like a pretty action flick where the guy's has his shirt off, he's super jacked, like, all the cool stuff that Schwarzenegger and Stallone did. But no, those movies are
those
bad.
Are great movies.
Great movies. It's just they're not realistic whatsoever. They're not meant to be. They're meant to be like over the top action.
That's it.
But Full Metal Jacket was like, they did a great job.
You just sat there with your mouth open and all. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And is it true that he started out in that movie just as a consultant, and then they're like, you just need to play
added him into it. Yeah. That's what I'd heard too.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him, but
okay.
yeah.
So that's why I remember hearing about that. And that changed the way I looked at that movie too, where he wasn't even meant to be in the movie, and then they just wrote him in, like almost ad-libbed him in.
Right.
And all those lines were like legitimate lines that he heard when he was in
I'm sure they
Marine Corps.
I'm sure they were.
But yeah, he also had a TV show that was awesome. I can't remember the name of that show, but
Yeah, he did a couple of them, and then of course he was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 or 3, whatever it was.
yeah, however many there were.
Lots of movies, and then gun shows on Outdoor Channel.
Yeah, he was awesome. What a special moment for you to be able to go film him.
It was
on
an
one of his
honor and
last
a
hunts.
privilege. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Done a lot of cool stuff.
Been to a lot of cool places.
Yeah, you sure have.
Just a small town USA boy from Kingston, Missouri, population 340.
Right? Do you ever think like that? Picking up a camcorder, where I don't know. Gosh, I'm so stupid. Well, even a camcorder. Let's call it a camcorder. Picking one up and starting to film whatever leads you to stuff like that.
I always knew I was destined for something bigger than what I did, you know, because hunting and fishing, that's all I ever wanted to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and living off the land, eating them, and nothing like it.
No,
Nothing like it. Living the lifestyle.
That's awesome.
Gardening. I mean, my grandpa did it, so it was passed on.
Yeah. And you still do quite a bit of filming, like still to this day?
I haven't picked up a video camera this year.
No?
Not at all, no.
But you do, like, as in, like, obviously not as much, but, and you've done something like, you did that video in Greenland. That was not too long ago, was it?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
A couple years ago?
Yeah.
Was that your last one that you've done?
No, I actually filmed for the Wentz brothers last year for their show. Carson Wentz. He played for the Chiefs last year and had a little show. And my buddy James Winchester in Kansas said, "Hey, Carson needs a cameraman. Come and film." So
wait, he has a show now? Like a hunting show?
Yeah, him and his brother.
Really?
On YouTube, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Sure
I'm going to look into that.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
He's probably got more time to hunt now with the shoulder injury.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Because he went to the Vikings as a backup.
He did. Went to the Vikings. Hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was backing up after JJ McCarthy got hurt, and then he was backing up, and then he got hurt, and they're like, well, I guess we'll grab this dude from the bar and have him throw a couple interceptions. But
kind of like the Colts now with Phillip Rivers.
Right.
Let's have my last child just a couple years ago and time to go play football.
Right. Phillip really literally grabbed him off the couch. Like, dude, can you help us? Like,
he's probably good. He's got a heck of an arm on him.
Oh, yeah. Muscle memory. He'll get back in there. Yeah. No problem.
He's 44? So.
At least the Colts have someone like him to fall back on. The Vikings have, I don't know, you know who that guy? I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure there's a guy from the bar. He's like, I play fantasy football, so I can throw the ball. Sure.
I don't know who's with the Vikings now because McCarthy, he was their future. They put all their stock in him.
They sure did. I don't know. I used to be a Vikings fan as of like, a few months ago. I was still a Vikings fan. Now I'm just like, I can't do it. For one, not just because they suck. I'm not like jumping off because they suck. I'm jumping off mainly because I don't like Minnesota.
The state of affairs in Minnesota.
And I judge my football teams off of the state and cities that they represent a lot of times. And I don't even like going into Minnesota anymore.
Yeah.
So
they don't represent the values of the Midwestern states.
Especially not the Vikings name.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings.
You're supposed to be a Viking.
Yeah. Might as well change it to the Minnesota Pirates.
Pirates.
Yeah. There's lots of Somalians there. I don't know if you know that.
That's what I've heard.
Somali Pirates. You ever watch what's Captain Phillips, the guy that got overtaken.
Oh, captured
by the Somalian pirates. Tom Hanks played as him. Captain Phillips. I think it was Captain Phillips.
Fanatic.
There's a movie. There's a movie about this guy. He was just like, he's just on a regular boat, like a charter boat or something. Not a charter boat, but I think a barge, like a shipping barge or whatever. And then he got taken over by Somalian pirates. And then I think SEAL Team 6 had to go in there and take him out and save him. But
they could do a fine job of that.
Oh, yeah.
Send in the boys.
I could be wrong on the team. I thought it was SEAL Team 6, but maybe it was a different SEAL team. Don't get after me about getting that wrong. But a SEAL team went in there and rescued him and stuff. But that's like legitimately what the SEALs were put on this earth to do.
Yeah, they're some of the baddest men on earth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But now they're not the baddest. We had Chuck Liddell in camp.
Oh, did you?
One time during a E3 Foundation hunt at Adam LaRoche's ranch, and one of them had a few too many toddies and thought he was a little tougher than he was, and it took all of about 12 seconds for Chuck to choke him out.
That is actually pretty good.
12 seconds.
For having
and this
too many toddies, too.
And this is Chuck in his older years. Chuck's, 50 years older, thereabouts, 40, whatever.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I met Chuck Liddell and I got on his bad side and he beat the snot, I'd be like, sick.
It was an honor to let you whoop me.
Yeah. Not only did I get you to beat me up, but is how many people can say that?
Yeah.
Outside of the UFC. Chuck Liddell he was my top favorite fighter as a kid growing up.
He was awesome.
He was the man.
Him and Matt Hughes.
Oh, yeah. Matt Hughes, too. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I like Matt Hughes a lot because, for one, he's dominating everyone, but also it's like, Illinois, and training in Iowa. I'm from Iowa. Like, he's basically like part of my culture, being in the Midwest. Like, he's awesome. And he brought like the true like wrestling spirit and just wrestled people and beat the snot of them.
Oh, man.
Then you got Chuck Liddell, where he was a wrestler, but he used it as defensive wrestling.
Yeah.
And just
he was a great wrestler. A lot of people didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
He was fantastic at wrestling.
Yep. He's a great wrestler. And Justin Gaethje now, he does the same thing. He's an awesome All-American wrestler, and he does not take anyone down.
No. He says, let's stand in the middle. Let's get it done. He'll get knocked out. He doesn't care.
He don't care. He just wants to put on a show.
Which is very rare.
Very rare, especially today's day and age when a lot of fighters are, trying to be a little more conservative, a little more defensive, and he's like, I just want to bang.
Let's just swing right in the middle.
Yeah, he's just a small Chuck Liddell,
Yeah.
But Chuck Liddell, when he was on top of his game,
and he'd be going backwards, making them think that they got him on the run, and just plant his foot and bam, you're lights out. Go to sleep.
One of my favorite fights of his is when he fought Ratu Sobral, and he was chasing him down, and he freaking head kicked him. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yep. Hanato. I remember that one.
That was nuts. Then just everything about him, like the mohawk, the tattoo on his head, knocking everybody out. And then when he'd finish him, like his celebration, just ripping his arms over, he's screaming in the air. I'm like, jeez, he's a legitimate gladiator.
Ready to rock and roll.
Oh yeah. So you just got to share camp with him, huh?
Yeah, it was awesome. You didn't get much sleep because he was sharing the same house where I stayed at. He would do push-ups and sit-ups in the middle of the night. He's just ready to go.
When was this?
About 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's been retired for a while, and he's still just like, I can't lose it.
Yeah.
I can't lose my edge.
That's it.
That's cool.
He's just ready to go. Give me a call, put me back in, coach.
Right.
So of course Tito put the whammy on him, but his shoulder was totally jacked in that fight, and he's since done stem cell, and he says he feels like a brand new man now. So.
Good for him. Yeah. Good for him. I'm not gonna lie, like he definitely, observer, right?
Yeah.
But I totally get it, but he stayed past his prime, and but if he's feeling good, he's like, I just want to get back in there.
Yeah.
Like that's part of his DNA. So I totally get it. He's a world champion, one of the best fighters in the entire world.
Yeah.
Knocking everybody out, just a monster. And it's like, age catches up with you eventually.
Got knocked out one too many times.
But so Tito beat him up, and he was well outside his prime, but guess what? He knocked the snot out of Tito twice.
He gave it to Tito twice.
When they were both in their prime. Yeah. So come on, Tito. Like, okay, yes. You got it once.
You did it in your older years.
Yeah. Let's go back to your prime when you fought him twice before that and see what happens.
He was kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical Tito Ortiz. He might be a nice guy.
He probably is.
He probably is, but still, it's fun knocking on him just because I am not a fighter. That's what a lot of people do.
Same.
But
I did take a whooping one time. The worst whoop of my life was actually turkey hunting in Texas. Martin from Duck Dynasty and me and Jordan Summit, Benny from Buck Commander. We started Strut Commander, and we were trying to film some shows for it, and we're at the Star S Ranch in Mason, Texas. And it's a high fence ranch, about 16,000 acres. And the pasture we were in, Eric White was the ranch manager at the time, took us around, showed us everything. And this pasture they called the Spider-Man field, it had ostrich in it. And he says, you won't have any problems with these things. There's a male in here, he's guarding the nest, so there's always a chance, but well, the chance happened, and I'll tell you the story. So we were trying to film the hunts, and every time I called turkeys in, they'd be on the other side of a high fence, and I was getting frustrated. It's about 10 or 11 in the morning, and we should be killing the heck out of it. We would have if it hadn't been for cameras. And Jordan says, Mikey, why don't you and Martin go off and kill some turkeys? And I said, that sounds good. Get your frustrations out, he said. And it was starting to light mist just a little bit. And we get out of the truck and over by the Spider-Man field, and I call, and birds gobble. And I said, go kill him, Martin. He says, Miller, he says, you're a little frustrated and mad at him. He says, you go kill him. I said, I appreciate that because I am mad at him. So I grab my gun and go out there, and I'm making the turkeys gobble. And so in my style, I like to call as I'm going to them and hear them. If they're gobbling, I'll keep going and get a spot and set up. And they're about 250 yards from me where I set up finally in the mesquite brush and calling. They're coming just quick, gobbling. Sound like a barnyard turkey when they come in.
Yep.
And about 50 yards, 35 to 50 yards, I should be able to see him. And I can hear him spitting and drumming coming. And I'm like, oh, yeah, anytime. So I click my safety off, and I'm just sitting there waiting at that opening. Don't hear no spitting drumming, so call to him. All in the distance, nothing close. I'm like, what the heck? And I kind of lift up and look out in the wheat field with my binoculars. Nothing. I'm like, off in the distance, nothing. I'm like, and I heard something, and I turn around, and from me to Ashley, as fast as they can come, is an ostrich. And he kicks me square in the chest.
Oh, no.
And if you know anything about ostriches, that toe will rip you wide open from gut to heart and heart to gut. Luckily, I wear binos when I'm turkey hunting, and that saved my life. And he destroyed them binoculars.
Oh, jeez.
And sent me flying. I had a 20 gauge youth model, and that's another thing that saved my life having that day because it's a little short 18-inch barrel on the gun. Sent it flying, and then the fight was on. And this thing is stomping the living tar out of me. I can't breathe. One time I remember getting out, trying to yell for Martin. And it's just pounding me, stomping the breath out of me all over my back, rolling me through cactus. I didn't know it till it was over, obviously. And I got my senses to me. From my shoulders to my knees were just covered in cactus thorns.
You're
just all in my body. Yeah, adrenaline going, you don't feel nothing except for, get out of here. And
right.
he's just rolling me. And it seemed like an hour, but it was probably 30 or 40 seconds. And I finally see my gun. I'm just saying, God save me, you know. I see my gun, I do a barrel roll as quick as I can, put it to my hip, and it's like a matrix. Whenever you're in life or death, everything slows down, and it's like you have forever to do everything. And these thoughts went through my head. I remember it just like it was yesterday. You got a turkey choke, dummy. Wait till he gets and touches your barrel before you shoot. And as he's touching the barrel, boom, shoot him. And I hold on to the gun this time, and he stomps me about 4 or 5 more times and then stops, and I do a barrel roll again as I'm getting up, and I see him doing the death wobble. I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Insane.
And from the truck, Martin comes over, and I hear him saying, Miller, did you get him? And I'm in a daze at that time because he separated my shoulder, knocked my back out of place. And
Holy
I'm just
smokes.
Like, Miller, did you get him? Oh, yeah. What? Why'd that shot sound so funny? Yeah, I didn't kill a turkey. I killed a mother effing ostrich. I don't hardly cuss, but when I do, whew, it's a doozy.
Jeez.
And he's like, I thought that shot sounded funny.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's muffled up with his feathers. He's done blasted
And he said, that thing chased me back in the truck back there. I was like, well, gee, thanks for not honking the horn and helping me out there, bud. I didn't say it at the time.
Right.
Well, you probably still couldn't even catch your breath.
Oh,
I mean, you had to
like,
knock the wind right out of you.
And then I lost my flip phone in the melee, and I'm looking around for it, and turkeys are gobbling in the distance. I'm like, oh, gosh. And it was way over there, and Martin says, Miller, kill one of them turkeys. I said, no. I said, I can't. I said, I'll call one up. You go over and kill it. And so I called one in. He killed it.
You're so dedicated.
And then I'm looking for my phone. I can't find it. And I'm getting madder and madder by the second. I'm like, dang. Birds gobbling in the distance. I said, I can't take it no more, Martin. I'm going over there and killing one of them. So I hobbled my way over there. And
my God.
he did broke a bone on the top of my foot. So I hobbled my way over there and killed that turkey. And it's the only turkey I've ever killed and not put my signature strap around his neck and carried him over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I left him lay because I was just beat.
Well, your shoulder was separated, wasn't it?
And I
some girls come get it.
So we had to drive over and pick that turkey up.
Mm-hmm.
And we later found my phone when we went back and I told the guys, and I said, hey, we probably better pack our bags. I'm sure we're getting kicked out of this place. I said, let's go tell Eric the story, or Eric's the ranch manager. So I said, we better go there. And so we go over there, and I said, I'll do the talking. Go up there, and I knock on the door, and everybody's standing there with me. And Eric's like, well, did y'all kill any turkeys today? And I was like, yes, sir. And the other guys, they went off and killed a couple too. And he said, why the long faces? God's honest truth. Why the long faces? What'd you do? Kill an ostrich or something? And I'm like,
how'd you know?
And the other guys are like, looking at me like, ha, you got us. You were really kidding, weren't you? Yes, sir. Actually, I did. He's like, what? Really? You did? Yeah, it tried to kill me. He says, well, why didn't you just grab its head and pull it down and put it to sleep? I was like, I didn't know that's what you're supposed to do.
Should have had a briefing on it.
Jeez, I would have never thought of that.
I skipped ostrich taming 101.
Not kidding.
I was late that day.
Jeez.
What a story.
Yeah.
I can't believe you killed a turkey
insane.
after that, too.
Yeah, and so I just jokingly, I said, you need me, well, not jokingly on the paying part, I said, I need to pay for this ostrich or anything? He says, no, man, I'm just glad you're all right. I said, well, I'm glad you said that because I'd had to sue you. That was a jokingly part. But I said, are you going to get it processed or anything? He says, yeah, we'll have it processed. And when you guys come back, Buck Commander, this fall, we'll have it for dinner for you so you can get revenge on it. And I said, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't because Drake's son, or Adam's son Drake, was in school then, and we had to wait for him to get out of school. And by the time we got there, it was 2 a.m, and they'd already ate it all.
No.
Oh.
So all I got was a bag of ostrich jerky they bought me as a consolation prize.
Yeah, I guess that'll have to do.
Yep. But they said it was good.
That's good.
Really good.
Was the jerky good?
Yeah.
That's
It was
good.
good. And I found my phone.
And you found your phone.
When we took him back to get the ostrich.
What in the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah.
In Africa, we've talked to PHs and they've said that they're like ostriches are nuts.
Yeah.
They can get
Emus
real
and
nuts.
ostriches.
Yeah.
Both.
They're real cranky.
Yeah.
So, but man, they're huge too.
Oh,
They got such strong legs.
Ginormous, as we like to say. They're like 300 pounds plus.
Yeah.
And their head's like 8 foot, 9 foot, whatever.
I feel different. I've always loved ostriches. And the last time we went to Africa, somebody else in our group, they got one. And so we went and saw it and everything. But after you told us that story the first time, I was like, I feel a little different about them now.
Yeah.
That wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
That was not very nice. You should have
Go for
beat
it.
up my friend.
Go for a ride on one's back. I've seen people on their back.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm good.
Yeah, no.
I've had my fill of them for a lifetime.
Right.
And survived to tell about it.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Did you take any of the feathers?
I did. I saved one of the
There you go.
feathers and I got it in my truck and
Sure.
then kept it there for a long time
Mm-hmm.
and got my trophy picture with it.
No, did you?
Yeah. I had my shorts on because my pants were covered in cactus, and I'm just standing there like,
Ugh.
Man, what a situation.
yeah, I think that was 2014 or 15, somewhere in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
14, I think. Yeah.
I got bit by a dog once. That's about
That
That
sucks.
does not compare.
That's about the extent of my animal attacks. So I can even imagine getting stomped out
Yeah.
by an ostrich.
Yeah, it was bad.
Ugh.
Did it so you shot it once and then did it drop after that?
So
Or
it,
did it run-
was still stomping on me and trying to kill me.
Oh my
It
gosh.
stomped me about 4 or 5 more times, and
And then
then I rolled, and he was wobbling dead after that.
oh
Well, talking about adrenaline, like his adrenaline's pumping. The ostrich
Yeah.
adrenaline's probably pumping too. He's like, I gotta kill this thing.
Yep.
He's whatever. I don't know. He's probably protecting the nest or something.
Yeah, he was guarding a nest.
Okay. Yeah. So he's
It was
gonna
like
eat
a
my.
mile and a half from there, Eric said. It's like, well, what's he doing coming to my turkey calling? I guess
Right?
I guess he was away from the nest and
I
just heard the
guess.
call and said, intruder.
Yeah. He had to go patrol the perimeter quick.
Yeah.
He's seen you out there. He's like, that ain't gonna do.
Got to go find the ladies. There was like 4 females too. So
Was this like a big ostrich farm?
No.
Or ranch or anything?
no, so they had all kinds of African game on it. And like,
Oh, gotcha.
and another close call, but not as close, thank the Lord. The next year in the same pasture, wildebeest. We had Under Armour as a sponsor. We took them, Jed and Christy, turkey hunting there, and they got to get their fill of turkey hunting. There's a bunch of that episode on YouTube. They didn't film this because we were running for our lives, but there's a wildebeest, a rogue one that would chase you.
Mm.
And I left Christy in the dust. I kind of felt bad later, but it was every man for himself at that point.
Listen.
Everybody running back to the truck, and I was a track star in school, so
Okay.
I was gone.
That's fun.
Left everybody.
Listen, hey, if a woman is in need, I'll be the first man out there to help her if she's going to attack by another
I'll fight a human.
man or something like that. Yeah,
I'll fight a
I'm
human.
in there. I don't care if he's got a knife or anything. I'll get in there. I'll do my duty as a man. But it will be something like we got to
Run.
got
a charge,
Just
full on
everybody
charge.
we got to separate.
Every man for himself.
You got to separate and run, and whoever the wildebeest picks, it is what it is. At that point, like equality kind of factor.
He was quite a ways away from us, but I think the last person when they got in the truck, he was maybe 50 yards from him, so it wasn't real close, but it was
That's
too
scary
close for
nonetheless.
comfort.
Scary nonetheless.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I killed a wildebeest in South Africa, and I can't imagine getting chased by one.
Yeah.
It's like a little Cape Buffalo in my
Mhm.
mind. I mean, they're still massive.
Oh, they're huge.
Well, and they stare at you.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're going to kill you.
Yeah. You're like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Well,
But
look at Lion King.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, right. Absolutely. They killed Mufasa, so
Yeah.
they're not no one to mess
They
with.
don't care.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, they just when you get up on them and get in their bubble. That we found out in Africa, it's kind of like it's like they're staring at you, either A, trying to figure out what you are, or B, being like fight or flight. Like, do I run
Yeah.
or do I
Can I
take
kill this
thing?
guy?
Yeah, like in America, deer, elk, North American game, they see a human, they're running 100% of the time.
See ya.
But in Africa, they're kind of like, can I just take care of this thing myself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want
Can I
to.
help
You
you?
don't want to bluff on that one and
No.
go at
You
them.
don't. No,
Unless
you
you're
don't.
pointing a gun at them
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and want them to charge. There was some crazy hunter back in the day. He'd get the Cape Buffalo to charge for the clients and shoot them. Whew.
No, thank
I
you.
can't remember his name, but Death at My Feet, I think, was the name of the videos back in the day. You can probably
Oh.
look them up on YouTube.
probably. But that seems like a wild tactic.
Reckless.
Yeah.
a little bit.
The rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, rumor was he would purposely wound the animal to make them charge, and so they get good footage.
I don't like that.
Did he
Yeah.
ever lose
I
a
don't like
client
that.
because of that nonsense?
Not that I know of.
Well, that's good
No,
at
Not
least.
that I know of.
You don't want to push your luck too much with those.
No.
You really don't.
No,
Like, I
that's
mean, there's
not
only so
something you
many.
do, and
There's only so many of
wounding
those.
an animal, it's not ethical at
No.
all. So,
But also, it's like, how many times can you throw your chips on
yeah.
black and come out okay?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that could be a jealous hunter that said,
Yeah,
because he wanted to be the video star. You just never know.
Yeah, you never really know if that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, I could also see it happening.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, like, I'm not nobody in the outdoor industry. I've met a few where I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Like, not those people I met, but like, I could see someone being like, I really want good footage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this thing. And we're just not going to show that part. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
And
That's
cut
not-
that part out.
Cut that part, yeah.
Just
Get
show
the
them
charge.
charge.
Yeah, show the charge, but don't show me shooting them in the ass.
Yeah.
You know? Ugh. But I don't know. I think I do want to hunt Cape buffalo in my lifetime, but I could do without like the charge part.
Yeah. The charge part.
Yeah.
Only time on a buffalo hunt we had one charge was in the vehicle, and he come about here to the heater from hitting the back of the truck, and I'm in the back of the truck with the camera going, whoa, check this out. I'm about to jump up.
Yeah, at least you have the false sense of security of the truck, though.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
false
feeling all right.
sense. Notice you said false because it was.
And they can do damage if they hit a vehicle too, right? Because I remember
absolutely,
talking to the PHs, they're like, we'd be, in the back of the truck in the little safari chairs, thinking I'm safe as can be. And then I heard stories about the mambas, and then I heard stories about, wildebeest coming up. It's like, oh, okay, we're not safe in this thing.
Yeah, there's no safe
No.
place.
No.
Mm-mm. I mean, I've seen like photograph safaris before where they're like, oh, elephant. And then you see it flare up and they're like, cool, he's showing us his big ears. That's so nice. And all of a sudden the elephant's like, nope. Boom. Just knocks the whole, like it's a toy truck.
Yeah.
Just knocks it over and people are like, freaking out. I was like, yeah, you should have stomped on it and gotten the heck out of there.
Speaking of photo safari, you triggered a memory. Another time when I did the hike up Mount Kilimanjaro over there, filmed it, we did a photo safari afterwards, and there was a bull giraffe, probably 3-year-old, and there was a neck of the river there, or the lake that was dried up, a neck of it, not totally dried up, but muddy.
Mm-hmm.
And this giraffe takes off running and tries to cross it and gets stuck in it.
Oh.
And you look out, and there's 2 crocodiles fighting.
Uh-oh.
And the winner and the loser follows. And here they go, right to that giraffe.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, get over there. Go, go. And I'm setting up all my GoPros and filming this whole ordeal. I got over there before the crocodiles did. And the winner, of course, goes up and grabs the snout of it, and the loser gets them, and they're trying to drown him and kill him. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. I guess I got too close filming, which was probably me to Ashley away. And the crocodile, they spooked him, and they swam off and left him alone. So then it was, all right, we got to save this giraffe's life. What do we got to do? I'm like, Lord, help us here. What do we got to do? All right, grab mud and start throwing it at it, and then let it relax and get its energy back. And eventually it got free after about an hour.
Oh,
No
my
kidding.
gosh.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. So,
Wow.
and that lady, she still had, to this day, not that I know, I haven't seen it on National Geographic or on YouTube anywhere, so she must not have done nothing with it. That's valuable footage.
You'd think so.
Make
Yeah.
some serious money with that, but I wish I had the footage.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd start my
Jeez.
own YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Close encounters with the turkey killer.
Oh, if I'd had on my decoy, if I'd had a GoPro when I went after them turkeys, with that ostrich attack,
that'd been nuts.
everybody in the U.S. would know who I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you
100%.
imagine? I'd be doing interviews on every TV station
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So teach us, ostriches.
Yeah.
Turns out TSS works pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're using or not.
I wasn't using TSS.
Oh,
It
okay.
was Heavy Shot in them days.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heavy shot. You can get a sponsor for a heavy shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they do. They send me some shells.
There you go. Yeah. For your next ostrich.
Thanks,
there you go.
Tina.
Yeah. That's funny. Turns out heavy shot works great on ostrich if
It
you're
does.
in a
It takes them
self-defense
down.
situation. So that's good to know.
Yep.
Yeah. Heavy shot. Is that they use bismuth? Or is that?
It's heavy 13 is what they call it. It's like
Okay.
lead's 11
Mhm.
on the hardness scale, and it's 13.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
TSS is 18.
Yeah. TSS is no
Federal
joke.
heavyweight's like 15.
Mm-hmm.
Steel shot's 9.
Yep.
Bismuth's 10, I think, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I used TSS once with my nephew when we were out turkey hunting, and I bit into one of those bad boys.
Oh, gosh.
Ouch.
If
Tungsten
you're
doesn't
not
mess around.
careful, you'll be spending time at the dentist.
Yeah, and they're tiny because they use
they
a
are
really small
extremely
shot.
tiny. Yeah, number 9.
Yeah, and it's small, There's so many of them going out. There's like you get some in the breast, you're kind of like
they're not good.
No,
on the teeth or on the turkey.
No, yeah,
they do a number on them.
It puts them right down, but I'm like, man, I really hope all those BBs pass through the breast if it gets in there. Yeah, I like to use lead just because if I bite into a piece of lead, it's not too bad. Like, you feel like okay, but it's not like TSS.
Yeah. If I was a man and I had to buy my turkey shells, I'd buy the mag blends from Heavy Shot or Longbeards from Winchester. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I used those Longbeards for a few years.
Yeah, they're great shells. Anymore, the shells are all great.
Yeah, honestly, they've got it pretty much dialed in anymore. Seems like I don't think the turkeys notice a difference either.
No,
so, between
they
TSS or between TSS
you do your part.
Yeah, exactly. This TSS, I mean, you can shoot a lot further, but I like to shoot turkeys kind of close anyways, personally.
It's an up-close game.
It is. And you can get them close.
Yeah.
You just have to work at it a little bit more, but I like to shoot them within 30. That's just my cup of tea.
I like to get them real close and smell their breath.
Funny story about
See
turkeys.
if I can shoot their head off.
Right. Funny story about turkeys. I got one of my buddies rolling pretty good. We're talking about turkeys, and turkeys, their sense of smell, right?
Yeah, no sense of smell.
Gone, right? But I got him rolling one time, and I was like, "Dude, did you know like whenever they're gobbling that they're scent checking?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "That's the only way they can smell. Like, they can't smell if they're not gobbling, but when they gobble, it brings the fresh air in through their mouth and through their nasal passage, and that's the only way they can smell. Like, so whenever they're gobbling, scent check, he's like, "Are you serious?" Like, "Oh yeah." 100%. Like, I was, watching this video on it and stuff. I had this whole story going. I had it going for a while. And he came back to me one time. He's like, "You're so full of shit." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Yeah. But now it's like kind of a running joke whenever they gobble, like, "Oh, they're scent checking."
Back in the mid to late 80s, Tinks come out with a hen and heat scent for turkeys.
No way.
Oh yeah, and it sold a lot.
No, it didn't.
It did. It did. It fooled a lot of people. Being a new hunter back in the early 80s, I was like, well, maybe it does work, and it did work around the decoys the time that I killed a turkey. So I was like, it must work, and then it never worked again. And obviously a gimmick. I was like, oh my gosh, I bought that.
They got me.
I bought it for no reason at all.
But also back then, it's like you couldn't really just Google it.
Yeah.
That information was a little bit harder to find. So you're kind of at the grace.
I never got the inside scoop if it was really hen and estrus scent or what it was.
I bet you it's probably just their old dope that didn't sell.
Probably.
Just put a different label on it.
This is outdated. We got to make some money on it. We're out a lot of money on this.
Like, we got to find a way to repurpose this old piss that didn't sell.
Yeah.
Hen and heat. That has a nice ring to it. Let's do that.
Yeah. If you go online, you can see old photos of it.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Packaging.
That's so funny. Is that kind of like, that's just the way with all birds, right? They can't smell through no beaks.
Yeah. I think ducks can kind of smell a little bit, and obviously vultures can. Yeah.
Can they?
Yeah.
I thought it was just their eyesight. I don't know.
They get the scent of something dead, and they're circling instantly.
That is true. I mean, they do find it pretty fast too.
If you kill a deer in the woods, they can find it.
Yeah,
just watch the vultures if you ever wound an animal.
That is true. Yep. I hear that a lot.
And you'll find your horns. Meat will probably be gone from the coyotes. But
at least
mountain lions, depending on what part of the country you're in.
At least you can close that chapter in the book, though.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Have something to wrap your tag around and do the right thing, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah.
That's one thing with me. Is like if I know I make seriously wound an animal, and this only happened a couple times, where it's like, actually with turkeys. One was I was trying to archery hunt turkeys, and I hit one. I know I hit him good. I just couldn't find him.
Yeah,
man,
it happens.
I just couldn't find it. Looked and looked
Turkeys
and looked and looked.
Are the toughest to kill with an arrow.
Well, and they don't bleed.
Yeah.
So I was like, I looked everywhere, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, geez, oh Pete's. So I'm like, I knocked my tag because I'm not gonna sit here and legally I could go out and I could kill a different turkey, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. If I know I hit an animal and it's dead, I'm like, that's my tag.
That's
That's why
the right thing to do.
That's what I do. I'm like, I just don't want to go around wounding stuff, like mortally wounding stuff and having dead birds laying around and not taking them back, you know?
Yeah,
so
you got to have a conscience about stuff.
mm-hmm. I did lose one other turkey, but that wasn't really 100% my fault. He was flopping. He went down this hill. I'm like, crap. So I ran over to the hill and I watched him go into the river and float away. I'm like, there's another tag, I guess, but I did kill him. And I watched, and he was flopping away from me. I tried getting him in time, but then he rolled down this hill and then into the river. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I had the same thing happen on Indian Res and dove and got a handful of feathers, and that was it. And it went in the river and it was swollen and it was rolling. And they were trying, or so I left them.
Yeah.
It's the only turkey I've let go to waste.
Yep. Sad.
It's a sad day.
It is sad, but at the same time, it's like, I ain't jumping in the river. Those springtime rivers get rolling.
It's rolling.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fool to go after it.
And it's cold.
I followed it for about 3 miles down the river trying to find something to get them, or maybe a log jam, but it was rolling. It was full bank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth your life. But man, I feel like we could sit here and talk for at least a few more hours.
Oh yeah,
but
there's hunting stories to be told.
Oh yeah,
Always.
Yeah, and you've been doing it. You have so many awesome stories, and I've honestly, it's been like a true blessing for us to share camp with you in this last week. And
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Peanut's got a great outfit here.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, small town hunts. I haven't been to his Kentucky camp, but at least here in Kansas, like the deer have not been cooperating super well this week,
this is the slowest it's been. I'm kind of thinking second lockdown with the does.
I'm thinking so too. It seems like whenever we do see like, mature bucks out there, it's like they have a doe with them. It's like, geez.
And then the warm weather doesn't help.
Warm weather doesn't help.
Puts them on the green, and we don't have any green. We've got crops and no food plots.
Yep.
Because it's all crop fields and little timber. There's no place to put a food plot. So we're kind of at the mercy of the farmers.
You kind of are, yeah. And that's just, and you just have to play the game, the hand that you're dealt, It is what it is. That's hunting. I've been hunting long enough to understand where it's like, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but we still got a few days. We're not out of here yet.
Oh no.
We're not out of here
yet. We've got a front coming, and it's going to get cold, and your last day, it should be good hunting.
Yeah, it should. I mean, starting today, honestly, like this morning was great. I saw some deer and, no shooters, but saw some different bucks, that we haven't seen yet in the warm days.
How many deer total did you see this morning?
Oh, all my days are running together here, but we had probably 4 different small bucks come in.
This morning? Yeah.
And some does.
Let's see here.
And a button buck.
I think 5 bucks.
Yeah.
We saw 5 bucks, and we did see a button buck. He was tormenting a pretty decent sized 7-pointer. Like, he was young, but he had like a good frame on him for a really young deer. And there it had to have been a button buck, but he's like pawing at that other buck while he's trying to eat. And he turned around and he like swat him back and like put his head down, and the other I'm assuming he's a button buck, just real small deers run around circles and come back and torment him again. I'm like,
they act squirrely this time of year.
They do. It's funny. But so I think we got some pretty good footage of like deer.
I think so. I haven't pulled it up yet, but we've seen some good stuff, and I enjoyed the warm weather, but then I quickly learned there ain't near as many deer out. So we got to hunker down.
So you've been seeing 20, 30 deer?
Yeah. Yep. The first
yesterday especially. Was it yesterday? There's been a day or two here where all of a sudden we saw a ton.
Well, yesterday morning we were back at that redneck blind, and it was a good morning. It was nice and steady from like 7:30 to about 8:30, 8:45. It was a nice steady flow of deer. Yep, and that was cool. And it's kind of the same thing today. But that first evening of the redneck blind, we were covered. It was 30 plus deer on that field.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
No shooters, but
it was everywhere.
Yeah.
All sides of us, in front of us. I did get some good footage that night. We had a doe right in front of the blind, and she's just staring at us. And I'm like, I had the camera on her. I'm like, she's right at us. And she's putting her nose up in the air, doing that. I'm like, and she did that for a couple minutes, and then she just kind of moseyed on. She never snorted or anything.
Nope.
Sprayed some of that backwoods crave attraction there, and it kind of helps cover the scent a little bit.
I think it does. Yeah. We did have one doe this morning actually get downwind, and she stuck her nose up, but you can kind of tell the difference between like alarming, like stick your nose up and kind of like just like a, what is
Curious.
that?
Something,
Okay.
Something smells different.
Yeah. If they're curious, if the nose doesn't go as high,
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like up in the air a little bit, and then they kind of just go back to feeding.
That's
and
it.
That worked out real well. But that first night, we didn't having that spray on us, but it still worked great. Like that one doe stuck her nose up in the air trying to smell, couldn't really figure it out, and then she just walked out from being downwind of us and just started milling around again.
Yep.
Like she was not alarmed. She's kind of like, something's weird, but I'm not gonna freak out about it kind of deal.
But if you put corn or bait out, you're cheating, they say. And it's a guaranteed hunt, and you're hunting in a canned hunt, and it's a deer farm.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of like,
They named the deer.
I'm not gonna lie, like being from Iowa, I've always looked at baiting as being like, all right, come on guys, like baiting, like, okay, seriously, like, come on.
T-Bone always says, if you ain't baiting, you wait.
That's right. That is T-Bone's famous saying.
But you could still be waiting this week. I mean, it's slow.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I was like, man, it's going to be the same thing. I'm probably going to kill day 3. It's kind of what I was thinking. Like, it's going to be.
That's usually the way it is.
Yeah, we're going to go out there. We're going to see some deer, and then we're going to, see some decent bucks, and pick the one that we want to shoot, and then it's going to be great. But I am quickly learning that baiting is much less of a cheat code than I was led to believe.
It is.
If they don't want what's coming out the feeder, they ain't got to be there.
Yep.
So
it's not a guarantee.
It's certainly not a guarantee, and they still have their wits about them. I almost feel like they know.
They're more alert around bait.
I think so. I think they're more alert around bait than they are around food plots.
Oh, they are.
Because when they come to food plots, like they're just like,
yep.
I mean, almost immediately head down and start eating.
Yep. Not paying attention to anything.
With the bait, and they kind of come out pretty cautious. They're looking around.
Looking in every stand. If they've seen one get killed.
Yep.
Cody and the boys, small town hunts, they've been hunting here a little bit. And
yeah. Yeah. It's definitely
killed a few here and there.
Yep. Definitely not a guarantee, but it's fun. It is cool. Like, this is a great camp. Like, Peanut puts on a awesome camp.
It's top notch. I've been
it really is.
Got it a lot of places. It's as good as it gets here.
Mm-hmm. Feeds us well.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
all clients, when you come for first day, you get ribeyes.
It was delicious.
And they're not
it's grass fed, grass finished. They are nice.
Yeah, they're nice ribeyes. They were delicious.
Yeah,
they were very, very good. But no, it's been a great week. I really, really cannot complain, and I can't thank Peanut enough for inviting us out and getting to hang out with you and meet you and the other guys in camp. It's been absolutely great.
Yeah, it's always great having great clients and meeting new friends.
Well, thanks. Yeah, we try to be great clients,
I was telling Jacob, we've recently, just in recent years, started going on hunts together and, getting the opportunity to go to some pretty extraordinary places, even in the States, and getting opportunities that we wouldn't otherwise have. And we have always been so blessed with the PHs we've had or the outfitters, and we're lifelong friends now. And that's how I feel about this camp too. It's like we've yet another place we're blessed with friendships that we will keep. And it's not just to come, you hang out, have a good time, and you go home. It's like, we make new friends along the way. And so I feel the same about here.
There's a lot of bad outfitters out there. You got to be careful,
Mm-hmm.
We've been blessed not to have them, thankfully.
They're all about numbers and how many people can we get in camp and make money. And
yep. Peanut seems like he runs a good camp. He wants people to have great hunts, and 100%. He doesn't want to over pressure his stuff to, that's just going to lead to there's been a lot of outfitters. Like we talked about Pike County, Illinois and stuff a little bit. And it's like, there's some example, they're great for a few years, and then they overhunt the shit out of their properties. And
everybody wants to hunt there, And
then it just shuts off. And then it does not take long for people to go and be like, man, I wanted this very reputable outfitter. Didn't see squat.
Yep.
Didn't see a single deer, something like that. And then word gets around, and it's like, so much for that outfit in business now. It's gone.
That's time for another show, but CWD, that's going to be a damage to outfitters.
It is. It really is.
Yep.
But I think we gotta probably wrap her up pretty soon here.
Time
is one to do. That's right. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate you coming
in. Appreciate Jacob Ashley.
Yeah, this has been great. So, all right, let's go kill some deer.
Woo!